What is up, YouTube? MyCowboysFamily here, bringing you guys the latest update on our very own Dallas Cowboys. And of course, as always, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Take a second, hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us on all social media at MyCowboysFamily, and of course, hop in the Discord. The link for that's in the description box down below.
Yeah, guys, another day closer. In fact, now we are exactly 1 month away before the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Football Giants Sunday Night Football. Can you wait? I can't wait.
I can't wait.
That's September 10th, kickoff for our season when it really matters. Also what matters, a skeptical fan in the house showing off that he's been a long-time OG here for 32 months in the star level membership.
Thank you so much, Skeptical.
He said almost 3 years. He's got a lot of
I can't believe it.
I know. He's got a lot of three-peats on this board all over the place. Why not the 3-year Pete? Appreciate you, Skeptical fan, and one of the, again, top members, OGs here.
And thank you
giving the love to the memberships to people.
Love through the mail there. Much appreciated.
Yes. We'll talk more about that very, very soon here with the family, because it involves the family here and the memberships and all that good stuff. So appreciate you, Skeptical fan. You know, we'll talk about some other shout-outs here in a minute. But I did want to say September 10th is when the season kicks off for the Dallas Cowboys, 1 month from today. Today's also day 10 of training camp. So we're going to talk about that, of course, mainly today. And new injuries all around it. It's a lot of injuries going down, but we got pretty good news really into all this. We'll give you that hint. So, baby, as I open this up, we got to start off with the man rocking the spot here. All 4 boards. The full takeover that we've had these 4 boards the first time.
South, East, and West.
First time ever. Right? We someone have had the chance to get all 4 boards after 3 months. Jason Renfro taking over. He's the sponsor of the week. He's the Cash App King. He is the membership gifting winner last week over a tight one with Skeptical Fan, the great Skeptical Fan who had 3 months in a row.
The craziest part is he's also the stream boss, somehow still holding on with 1 point.
He looks like he's hanging out in that picture to that 1 point, hanging on the stream boss. Jason Renfro, the Cash App King. Yeah, he's all over the place here. Much love to Jason Renfro, the full takeover. You see that jersey? He won it right here in MyCowboysFamily, one of the raffles we got going on here. We'll talk about a little bit of that as well here a little bit later. But Jason Renfro, much love to him. Let me leave the king up there. But let me make sure Mario Roberts. Mario Roberts is back in the membership. Why is that, baby?
Woo! Because Skeptical Fan just gifted a membership there. Huge shout out to you, Skeptical. Much love. Congrats to you, Mario. Enjoy that.
Appreciate the Skeptical fan. Again, the Skeptical one. He's out there dropping the love to us personally, dropping the love here to the family in the chat. And, overall, the gifting, like, gold members, king there when it comes to the most gifts since we've been having this function. So much love the Skeptical fan. Another one to the family. And, he's also been helping out the channel with the emojis. If you're in the navy, blue, silver, star, or over everything levels, you also get the perks that you'll get if you get into the navy blue, any of the levels, because we're getting more emojis. Perfect for this upcoming football season. And you know how we do this. You see, there's 2 Jacksonville Jaguar emojis right now. If anybody comes talking trash, you know what to do. So we're gonna do that all year long, of course, and change it up every week. So you guys get the full array of needed emojis to attack our opponents when needed. So again, thank you all for that, Skeptical fan. Of course, much love. And speaking of this week, right now, the leader in the Cash App board is not Jason Renfro. He's on the board, but Snug X is the leader right now, baby. You know why he's here. Guess where else he is, baby? He is the overall leader on the top of the board as well. So he's trying his own little takeover as Jason hanging on to that 1 point there. Now, also we had a great pre-stream drop, a $2 holler by the top dog, Dwayne Broussard. Pretty sure he yelled out, "Go Cowboys!"
Yes, he did.
And we also had
Dwayne,
a membership comment as well, I think.
Yes, Landler from Wakanda said, "Big ups to Cowboys Bar, MCW, and Brad Pitt MCF. Skeptical fans, the GOAT. Matt Batten is him. Shout out to you ladies with junk in your trunk. Holla at your boy."
I love it. Well, appreciate you guys in the house.
I guess, ladies, you know what to do. So
yes, guys, thank you all. Memberships, gifted or chosen. Either way, appreciate it all. Again, we talk about this Cash App where Snuggix is repping it there. There's 4 other ways to helping out that side. We talked about Super Chat, talked about the membership. You can jump into that. You can gift memberships once you're in the membership world. And, of course, the thanks button, which you guys have utilized as well. But there's 4 other ways for the Cash App side. And as I just said, Cash App, well.
Yeah, you have the Cash App. Money side, My Cowboys Family. Of course, the Venmo at My-Cowboys-Family. The regular PayPal link. And last but not least, Streamlabs. It lets your comment show up on screen just like a Super Chat would. Yep.
So, again, appreciate everybody that's helping out the channel. That way, we drops of love from above. Also, there's the drops of knowledge in the chat. Who's in the house tonight, baby, with the shout-outs before we get this thing started?
We have Splenda Papi Burner Account, what's up? Daniel Berry Sports, much love. Rolando Rodriguez, all the way from South Texas. Of course, Skeptical Fan. Always say it, Skeptical.
Always.
Stephen White in the house. Mario Roberts, hello and hi. Quan06, hello. Thomas Garrett, the Superior Garrett. Mike Aldana, much love. Tommy Montoya in the house. Remy Solis, hello and hi. Hector Colon representing. Dwayne Broussard, the top dog himself.
The OG.
We have PPC Records, what's up? Landlord from Wakanda, hello and hi. Quest Elohim. Jason Renfro, the man of the hour himself here.
The takeover king right now.
Justin Quarles, the Q man.
Q.
Much love to you.
By the way, with that Skeptical Fan gifted membership, Jason Renfro and Skeptical Fan in the dead heat. Each team has a safety. It's 2-2 tie. So, again, thank you all. Thank you all for dropping in tonight, hitting that like button as you come in here, subscribing to the channel if you're new. I do have to announce a very special announcement here on My Cowboys Family. We hit 25,000 subscribers on the channel, guys. Woo! Celebration time coming around the corner here on My Cowboys Family. We might be up to 26 by the time we have to do the celebration. It'll probably be in a couple of weeks for this 25K, guys. So can't do this without you all in the chat. The new G's and the OGs, right? As we've said here before, thank you all for this ride that's taken us 6 years and beyond. And it's crazy. I never thought we'd have 20. I don't know. We had 250 people subscribe to us. 25,000. Wow. Well, appreciate you all. Whether you come for the video clips, you come for the discussion, you come for the whole MCF experience. We do appreciate every single one of the 25,000 now plus, by the way, plus into deep in that 25,000. Close to that 100 already, actually. So hey, keep building, guys. You guys help out the bricks to the channel. So appreciate again everybody. And hey, I gotta tap ourselves in the back here. Congratulations, baby.
Tap. Way
Congratulations,
to go, baby.
Yeah. So, just thought I'd throw that out there. I don't know if there's any quick comments before we get really, really rolling. I just had to bring up.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the love, guys. Seriously, thank you. We're not ones to really, toot our horn here when it comes to some of these little accomplishments. But this is very hard earned, and especially after such a tough off season, just feels good to be
back.
A month away from the season starting. And, just to have things going well there on that side of things.
Yeah. So you guys definitely kept us going, kept us afloat through the toughest
guys.
times. So, you know who you are, guys, and appreciate every single one of you guys that were there, good, bad, and ugly, right? As we try to explore our Cowboys in this way. That's
right. Asmodeus, Georgie, 808 Cowboy, what's up? Nice. So, everybody here, thanks for chilling, hanging with us. But, baby, they're not here to chit-chat with us. They're here to cowboy with us. So,
they're here for the experience.
Say Mitch Wunderlich. Thank you for subbing it up.
Welcome to the family. They're here to listen to us discuss our Cowboys with them. And, we speak, they speak, we all speak together.
And Mitch took over the stream boss.
Oh, shit. Look at that. Mitch
Nobody dropped the love. And Jason Renfro, there you go. So,
Mitch Wunderlich, by subscribing to 25,000 plus, he takes the stream boss. Man, it's gonna be a treat, a 100-point treat to chop down there for Mitch Wunderlich, the newest subscriber, and also the stream boss. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Anyways, much love, Mitch. Congrats on that side of things. That's the hard-earned thing there to get. You lucked right into it. I hope it's in the chat. Give us a shout out that you're in the house, or if you caught it on the video, well, congrats on that side as well. Now, let's get rolling on the. I guess unless there's any comments, I'm ready to roll right into this, baby.
No cussing during the week 1 preseason.
During the game,
I think we already broke that rule.
I think it's the first handful of minutes. Remember, I think it was a Tennessee game.
Yes.
So that had given us the initial issues with the situation. So I saw somebody ask about the simulations for Madden. We can't do those anymore.
Yeah, that is unfortunately apparently a no-no.
Yeah, I mean, you can play the game, but you can't do a simulation of the game because it's like a movie, right? It's like so it's just the way they.
And let's be honest, is one of us playing Madden getting even close to accurately representing our Cowboys? No, it's not.
I think you all know the answer to that. Hey, Mr.
W.
Ingram just minutes short of being the stream boss. So much love to Mr. Ingram as he chops a point off for Mitch Wonderlick on that overall there. So, hey, maybe you guys one by one chop them down. Who knows? Look, either way, appreciate everybody in the house, the newest and the oldest. Salute, as his motives in the house saying that. So, now, should I get rolling here?
Yeah,
into this?
I'll allow it.
We talked about Teddy Bridgewater. He's now with the Detroit Lions, backup, of course, behind Jared Goff. But he signed the contract. The numbers came out. It was a $5 million deal for 1 year. $2.5 million of that is guaranteed fully, right? So not fully guaranteed, but 2.5 is guaranteed out of the $5 million. So just, that's what it costs to get I'd say a former starting backup quarterback on your team. I mean, I know we had Andy Dalton for about $4 million, I think was it something like that. I'm not sure.
We had him for a pretty reasonable price.
And now we have Cooper Rush for like $1.5 million or something. Yeah. So, anyways, the Niners head coach Kyle Shanahan. You know that last year after they played us in the playoff game, which we unfortunately took an L to them, Kyle Shanahan said he had discussions with Phillip Rivers to, throughout, not just in that game, but throughout the whole season, maybe coming back. And he said it would have likely have signed him for the Super Bowl game against the Eagles. If they had beat, I'm saying if they had beat the Eagles, they would have signed them for that.
Okay.
For that game, because again, they didn't have a quarterback. If they had somehow gotten through there, Brock Purdy got hurt. If they had got through that, they said they would have signed him. I mean, when he was asked, he goes, "We were prepared to sign him." That was a quote by Shanahan. So again, interesting.
Kind of crazy to think about how differently that Super Bowl would have looked.
Throw him right in the mix like that. That's crazy. I mean, that's insane to me. So that would have been a real boring ass Super Bowl. I'll tell you that. I'm glad the Eagles took a beating there. Not a beating, but I'm glad they took the difficult L in the Super Bowl. That's got to be heartbreaking. I love it for the Eagles. So, now a former Cowboy here, real quick before we get to the Cowboy news. We have Jalen Smith, former Cowboy, of course, former New York Giant, former Green Bay Packer, I guess you could say, for a couple of weeks, is now officially signed with the New Orleans Saints. So he had a workout with them. They signed him. 2019 Pro Bowl linebacker, of course, had 88 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a sack, and 11 starts last year for the Giants, and led the Giants with 21 tackles and a tackle for loss in the 2 playoff games that they had last year against the Vikings and the Eagles. So with that kind of good push at the end, good little push at the end. He's got, he's back on track a little bit more. Again, signed late in this offseason to the Saints. So it's more like one of these bargain players trying to fill in, see what they need. I'm guessing the Saints need a linebacker. So now, real quick, guys, when it comes to Jerry Jones, right? Jerry Jones, let me find him over here for you guys. He is, of course, a multi-billionaire. The most valuable sports franchise by Sportico in the world are the Dallas Cowboys. Mm-hmm. And the Cowboys are worth $9.2 billion with that big old B. $9.2 billion. I think it was $8.5 billion just a couple of months ago. So Cowboys for Jerry Jones making money hand over fist. When you look at the NFL franchises, the Cowboys, of course, number one at $9.2 billion. The second most valuable franchise, it used to be the Patriots. The Giants are now the second most valuable franchise. So these two teams play week 1 of Sunday Night Football. But Giants are 7.04. Of course, we're over $2 billion more worth-wise over the Giants. The Rams at $6.94 billion are third, and then the Patriots at $6.7 billion. The Niners $6.15 billion. The Jets $6.11 billion. Then the Commanders, of course, they were just bought for $6.05 billion. That's where they're at, 7th. The Bears $6 billion. The Eagles $5.95 billion, and then the Raiders round out the top 10 5.77 billion. All these billion, right? But the interesting thing about these teams, did you guys notice something about these teams, the 4 of these teams? All 4 NFC East teams, they're in the top 10 list. So maybe that star brings them extra cash money as well, right? Makes them a little more valuable.
Of course.
I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe it's more. I mean, the Eagles, Giants, and Washington, they got some storied franchises as well, but none as storied as that star on the helmet, even if we're the youngest of the group there. So, anyways, training camp. First and foremost, talk about some legends. Emmitt Smith. He, I was going to talk about legends. I kind of got caught up for a second there because I forgot to mention our star level members. Dwayne Broussard, skeptical fan. Yes, we got Mr. Lincoln Kane, all the way in
Mary
Australia.
Alvarez, of course, representing on the West Coast.
Andy Posht.
Much love.
And, Jason Renfro, of course, the takeover man.
Can't forget Jason.
Much love to those very important people there. When it comes to some legends like them, we talk about some Cowboy legends that, during the Jerry Jones glory days. And that's Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin. Today, actually, because of training camp going on, Emmitt Smith posted 4 pictures out there just of his time in training camp. He said, quote, training camp over the years, the grind before the show. He had one there with Troy Aikman. He's one at the field, one there running the ball, one there with Michael Irvin. So Emmitt Smith kind of bringing us back to the glory days through the training camp portion of those seasons. Michael Irvin then retweeted it and said this important kind of fact, I think, that we should all kind of look into and cherish for a moment. And maybe, I don't know about believing, because, Michael Irvin, he does talk a lot, but Michael Irvin said this when he retweeted Emmitt Smith's kind of glory day look back in training camp. He said, quote, when we got to the Cowboys, meaning, of course, Aikman, Emmitt, and Michael Irvin, he said, when we got to the Cowboys, they had 2 chips already. So we put 3 chips on the table. If you play with that star on the side of your helmet, you have one mission. Put your damn chip on the table this season. And that's what Michael Irvin is saying. He said it in full caps there. So I just want to say it, and I couldn't say it as well as he will say it, but the team needs to know that. They need to push for that. They need to hopefully attain that in this important 2023 season when we've got everything kind of going. Feels like we're kind of trending the right direction now. Mike McCarthy spoke, and, before he spoke, I just want to make a note here that this was their final padded practice today in Oxnard before their first preseason game of 2023. Yeah, so this is the last preseason game. Practice in pads. They're going to have walkthrough tomorrow. They're going to do other stuff, but this is their last practice in pads. So we're going to show the video in a moment. But before that practice came on there, it's the overall only the 7th padded practice for the Cowboys since they've been in camp. And the plan is for at least 3 more after the Cowboys return to California following the game. I know there's 2 for sure. They might add another one. I know they go back to Dallas and they have 3 more. But that's after the next preseason game, right? So, that's the schedule as we look forward into this thing here. Again, we always kind of have the training camp schedule here. You guys can see kind of what it looks like. Let me get McCarthy out the way for a second. And you can just see, that's it. That's it, guys. Today, it's the weekend now, basically the game, the weekend, and then the 14th and 15th, the last 2 specific ones that they're going to be practicing in Oxnard in pads, supposedly. So we'll see how that goes. So now we're caught up on that side of things. McCarthy was about to speak, of course, from the River Ridge complex in Oxnard, California, out in front of the field here. And just a little side note, it was pouring rain for 2 days in a row. Very rarely seen when you look at the Oxnard area in Southern California.
I was going to say, it's very atypical.
Yeah, so again, consecutive rain in Oxnard rain in consecutive days in Oxnard is strange. None of the reporters or anything there really remember it ever raining even once, really. Nonetheless, 2 days in a row. So just Cowboys, had finished yesterday. It had rained. But it was after they had finished their walkthrough. This situation, guys. It rained in the morning, and then the Cowboys came on the field. So it was important to keep the safety situation, of course, and making sure that they're going to be healthy on the field. Not any tweaks or anything like that would be horrible, but make sure the field conditions are as best as they can get it, right? So the Cowboys did have to practice a little bit early in the morning on some slick grass. There was a light drizzle that occurred in Oxnard. It was only 0.01 inches. So obviously minuscule amount of water. And McCarthy, when he was asked, he goes, quote, "I don't know how we can do it." Again, how are we going to practice in this rain at 0.01 inches? So, of course, it was joking. Now, McCarthy did make mentions, all right, on a couple important players that we must talk about here. Mazi Smith, Tyler Biadasz. What's these guys' situation? They were at the walkthrough yesterday. They had no brace and no wrap. So let's get right to it. McCarthy said that he anticipates, this was before the practice, both Mazi Smith with that knee tendonitis and Tyler Biadasz, center, of course, with the ankle rolled on yesterday, practicing more and more, like today in practice. So that is a good sign. Of course, he also spoke about our favorite second-round pick, Luke Schoonmaker, and he said Luke Schoonmaker is also going to do more today in practice.
Okay.
So that was good to see, though. Guy definitely...
Like, nice to see him kind of, like, slowly ramping things up now that he's kind of been officially cleared as of a few days ago to start doing stuff.
So that's great news. Across the board on the three major injuries right now you can kind of watch at the moment. Now, Dorrance Armstrong kind of had a couple days off. Not off. He was injured a little bit, tweaked up. He came back to practice. He's back out of practice today. He did not practice today. Okay. So just something to keep an eye on for Dorrance Armstrong. They're probably going to rest him more than anything. That's probably going to be the case with him. But again, it doesn't seem serious. McCarthy did say he was not going to do practice. Now, what about Ronald Jones? The groin injury. Not practicing with the Cowboys today as well, which we know he's going to miss this Jacksonville game. That's, he was kind of saying we're not sure, but we know Ronald Jones not playing, right, McCarthy? So that's kind of done. Now, speaking of running backs, McCarthy said about Tony Pollard, who, again, in January broke the fibula, said that how he's looked in training camp. McCarthy said, quote, "He's put his foot in the ground on a number of runs, and I definitely think he's back." So, again, good sign for Tony Pollard being confident running on that, that broken fibula, so to speak. Now,
it's just nice to see that, obviously, the coaches also feel just as confident as he seems to look, I
mean, he's out there. He's not taking as many snaps as he usually would take, but he is taking a lot of snaps still, even as, just kind of amping him up, working him up to get to, I'm sure, a week before the practice against the Giants. And the Cowboys will be working him as a normal practice for him, pretty much. Or at the very least, he'll be limited, just maybe not doing full drills. But I think he's ready to go by the time week 1 comes around. So seems like McCarthy also feels the same way. Now, what about the other running backs? There's 4 running backs. They're fighting for something on the team, right? 2 spots at least, we're thinking here. And it was interesting. They asked about Tyler, what's his name? Lipke. I forgot it now. He said, what's his first name now? I can't believe I forgot it. Hunter Lipke. So Hunter Lipke, guys, is someone to watch. Not, just I'm not saying it because of my own thoughts about him, because I do think he's somebody to watch anyways. His fullback, can run, block, and catch the ball, right? So we'll see how he does in our preseason game. But McCarthy also kind of brought him up there, saying that he worked Hunter Lipke in some single back formations in practice. So look for that in the game, for him to be the sole, not just a fullback, but the running back that has a little more force behind him. So Tyler Lipke, number 43. Someone to keep an eye on. McCarthy kind of reading through the tea leaves there and kind of seeing what he's putting out there. That's kind of what you want to look at. Maybe him getting some usage. Some people might be surprised about number 43 back there. So now, what about number 14? Jabril Cox, right? Full season removed from the ACL injury. We've seen some of his practice footage. He looks good. He's looking explosive and quick. McCarthy said, quote, "I think he's back. You can have him now pulling the trigger pretty much seamlessly. You can see him doing that. He's having a really good camp." So Jabril Cox also on the rise, getting back to pre-injury form. And, even a little better because he's got a couple of years in the league now. So McCarthy also spoke about Brandon Aubrey and the field goal situation. We know that of course we cut Tristan Vizcaino, and he's been hitting pretty good. Right after we cut him, all of a sudden he made them all yesterday. He made 9 out of 9 in his pre-practice warm-ups. He made 2 during the practices under more duress. He was 11 of 11 yesterday. So McCarthy said he plans to embrace all the opportunities that the kicker Brandon Aubrey is going to get specifically versus the Jaguars. He said, quote, "It's important to give him reps." Now, this all comes, I can tell you guys, not just from McCarthy. He's got another kicker, but it's coming from Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, said it himself. I want to see what he's going to do in games. So it sounds like, and this was kind of hinted, that McCarthy is going to, if it's fourth and inches, Cowboys going to kick the field goal. If it's 4th and 2 and it's a close game, and I don't know, it's like we're on the 2-yard. I don't know. We're going to kick the field goal in pretty much every situation when we're in field goal range and it's 4th down. We're not going to be going for it. We're not going to be trying anything tricky. That's according to McCarthy, or at least again reading between the lines. That's what we're seeing here on our side of things. So, good, interesting kind of warm up there for our team against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and insight about what's going on. But I also want to bring up an interesting little kind of side note of Mike McCarthy that was kind of missed by most of the reporters out there. And I heard this and I said, we got to talk about this. And baby, I know you have the full quotes on this, but basically, this is about the 53-man roster and making the 53-man team. Mike McCarthy believes if he began, they asked him, what about how you think about that 53-man roster? He says, if he starts cutting down players before a preseason game has even been played, it's going to dilute what he's already seen. Kind of maybe give him bias. So, baby, what did Mike McCarthy say?
That.
What did Mike McCarthy say about this, this kind of feeling about, the cut down situation? Don't, basically not able to, think about the cut down yet before even seeing a preseason game.
Exactly. So McCarthy said, I don't let myself go there. I haven't thought about it. That's a bad habit. It's rampant with the media around here. You may miss something. If we already have 53, then what the hell do we bring in the other players for? I don't go there till the games are played. There'll be young guys who will do something Saturday night that you go, whoa, let's make sure you don't miss it. It's a mortal sin. No premeditated decisions. We got
to remember, guys, it's very important to note here that right now, the way things are set up, it's not like the old days, like last year, when you had different cut down days. You have one cut down day. I think this is the first time it's happened, if I'm not mistaken. Listen, after 3 preseason games are played, once you get to the end of this preseason time frame, the NFL will mandate that the teams then cut the roster down from the 90 players it's at now, max, to 53 players. You're going to be losing what? Like 47 players? I'm not doing my 37 players. You got to cut down a lot of players. 37 players in one day. It used to be you cut down 10, you cut down 6, you cut down 15, and they chopped it down slowly. This is supposed to be one big cut across the NFL, and a lot of players are going to be out there. I think they did do this last year, but the point is, it's going to be it's kind of good and bad, right? It gives players still a chance to rebound, and also and put more in the minds of the coaches. So again, August 29th. What day is that? Saturday? I think it's a Saturday.
Yeah.
August 29th is the official roster cut down day. And not just because I know little Jay has her thing, I think, on that day.
I thought it was the 26th.
Maybe, yeah, it might have been. It's a Saturday. I don't know. Then what day is...
The 29th is Tuesday.
Okay, good. Okay, so it is Tuesday is usually the day of like a 4 p.m. That's where things happen. Tuesdays, 4 p.m. So I'm glad. Or Fridays, usually. But August 29th, the cut down goes from 90 to 53 players. And that's when training camp is officially over, I guess you could say. In the past, remember, guys, there was 2 cut down dates during training camp.
Yep.
You have the first wave, the second wave, and then the final cut down. So how does McCarthy feel about the new ways of things kind of going on here with the one big cut down rather than 2-3 waves of cut down? What did McCarthy say?
Said, I love that. I think it's good for everybody. Good for business, great for the game. I think it's great for the development of your practice squad because at the end of the day, I look at the 68. That includes the
practice squad players. Yep. Yeah.
When we train it that way, there's guys at 54, 55, 56, 57 that probably play in week 1. That's what history will tell you with the practice squad expectations. I've always looked at the 68, and I love it when you have a healthy and competitive roster like we do, that you can pretty much stay with your own guys. I want to work with the guys I've been working with since April. That's always been my goal.
I love it. That's a great little insight there to the way the cut down is going to look for McCarthy and this team and the decision-making process. I kind of look at it in that same way. Because these guys, listen, let's be real, guys. The guys that are 50, 57, 59, 60, and beyond that, on the whole depth, all the way to the practice squad, those guys are never going to be picked up by another team. So even though they're not on your team, they're going to be on your team. They're going to be on your team also because the only team that looked at them this closely is the Dallas Cowboys. Every team is still looking at their own guys. They're going to take their guys over anybody else's guys. So it really makes it hard to get picked up after. Remember, also, you got to get put on the 53 if you're a free agent getting picked up right away. So you have to actually cut somebody else, go to 52, and then pick up that player you want to pick off some other team that was just released. So this is the whole jigsaw puzzle that happens. It's very difficult to really see many. You don't see many players get picked up after being released on this big release days, you don't see many players getting picked up because of that 53-man kind of exemption. You gotta not exemption, the 53-man rule. You have to put these guys when you pick them up in that first 24-hour area. You have to put them in to your 53-man squad. And are you gonna trust another guy from another team after he's been with that team for a month and a half in training camp over the guy you have here? It's on that bubble as well. Most teams stay with their guys. So the way that Mike McCarthy's looking at this is the smart way. Kind of, you're gonna have about 65 players, whatever number he said there, 68 players on your complete roster in the end, and you can pick from them, and maybe some of them will play occasionally in games. It'll be game
Mike
ready.
got a great point. You've only got 3 preseason games to make a good impression for the organization.
Yep.
So
Yep.
And also there's no guarantee that you get either equal amounts of play time in every one or basically any kind of combination of that, right? Too little, too much, whatever. So, the players that are fighting for their spot and are fighting to make their way onto this roster, the active roster, they definitely still have quite a bit of things to play for.
Yeah, I mean, again, Mike Aldana brings up a great point. When you're looking at the team right now, and if you're a player on the team, like McCarthy said, you could evaluate the players better, right? And because they're going to be on your team anyways in the practice squad. So you don't have to cut guys and then re-sign them later because it's a little different this way. Like you got to cut a guy after the first or second wave of cuts. You didn't want to cut him. You wanted to give him a bigger, longer look at, and it helps the players to be developed in that scheme, in that system, in that team. The full 3, like Mike said, the full 3 weeks to really show what you got, and then if you can make the practice squad from that. That's the goal for some of these players. They should, of course, we know their goal is to make it into the 53-man squad and be a starter, but step by step. Step by step. You got undrafted, you just want to get on here, even practice squad. That's the foot in the door. Kenneth Johnson, he's in the house.
Thanks for subbing it up.
Walks right in, part of the family here. To 25,000 plus family members here on the channel, subscribers. Appreciate every single one of you guys and welcome in. By the way, Mitch, one of our newest members, is the stream boss, and he's holding it down with 98 points. He's got a Quentin Bohanna on that board right now, fully loaded, almost fully loaded. So as I get ready to kind of do the final part of our little kind of night here, with is going to be the practice today. It was I would say it was a shorter practice, a little less exciting kind of stuff going down. We will have some missed video, some bonus video for tomorrow. There is no practice. Tomorrow's a walkthrough. So we will make sure we update you there on that, with any kind of things. I know there's an overshown video flying around that we're going to put up and some other views of the CeeDee Lamb great catch. We'll talk about that in a minute. But before I get there, baby, I want to hit the chat up.
Of course.
And see if any quick comments as we get rolling in. Tonight's going to be a quick one, as it feels like tonight.
So,
Oh! I just jumped out my... Whoa, SnugX is... Congrats. Not only is he taking over the boards right now, SnugX, but he's also going to give him a congrats because he's a member. Back in the membership for Mr. SnugX.
First of all, huge shout out
to
the
did
man,
that?
Bobby
Bottles. In the house.
Joining the very elite ranks of those membership gifters.
Yes. Now, the third on the board this week. Now we got ourselves an interesting battle here. 2-2-2-1 on that overall board. Bobby Bottles in the house. The best way you can show the love here. That's the tiebreaker. And right now, everyone in the top spots right now are got the membership gifting situation going on. So appreciate you, Bobby. Thank you. And congrats to SnugX, back in the membership there. So I'll let you handle the couple of questions to chat right now.
So
baby.
real quick, I've seen a few people ask PPC records. So the game is on Fox at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
So adjust for your time zone.
Dallas area is 4 p.m. Right?
Might want to, you might want to double check just to see, because at least on our side and on our local station, it does look like we'll be getting it. Because I saw a few people kind of mention like, oh, but I don't know, I don't see it on my Fox station or whatever. So, not sure what to say. As far as I know, it should be available everywhere. Yeah,
it should be for sure. And check it out now. Again, you'll be here with us, if hopefully watching and getting our reactions about everything that's going down, like Deuce Vaughn and other players that'll be used out there on both sides of the ball, like Overshown. I can't wait to see. These are depth players. There's not going to be many starters going down, and we're going to see. The guys that we drafted, the undrafted people, the ones we were talking about to make up, that 40 and beyond, part of our roster.
So, real quick, you guys cracked me up, by the way. What's up, Fuego? Much love to you. So, and yes, like a few of you guys are kind of touching on there, very, very important for some of those more depth players to get their time in the spotlight. Hold on, Rodriguez said, FCF, can you be like Joe Buck and Troy calling the Madden simulation? Oh, so again, hold on, they might have popped in here a little bit later. Yes, trust me, we'd love to be able to bring back those simulations. Unfortunately, it looks like those are going to have to be a thing of the past. Like, YouTube is YouTube said no. YouTube does not really allow those simulations. We haven't really found a way to be able to do them that
doesn't
YouTube
involve
would allow.
A risk situation. So we just got to take the L on that one. I mean, we had some changes we had to make to this channel.
We had some good times.
Yeah, we were the originators of that. We did the play-by-play. We got into it. It was so much fun. I would love to do it again. Just don't want to lose the channel because they want to say that it's a simulation. It's not a game you're playing. So now we got to, take a hit there and take a strike from them. That's crap. I don't agree, but that is what they YouTube, have told us directly. So
yep.
Can't mess around with that.
So, and outside of that, real quick, guys, don't forget, as we're here chilling, hanging, relaxing, take a second to hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure to follow us anywhere, everywhere, all social media at MyCowboysFamily, and hop into the Discord. Link for that's in the description box down below. What's up, Brandon James Shea? And yes, we not sure. Did you already touch on Chuma Edoga?
Nope, we're about to do that right now.
Okay, no, sorry. Just I saw a few comments here in the chat, and I wasn't sure if.
Yeah, this is the final wrap up here, guys. Now, let me do this here first. I guess we're good with the question. Everything is Chuma in there, right? So okay, good. No, that's where we're basically up here, up to. Now we talked about some of the injuries already. Schoonmaker, Mazi Smith, Tyler Biadasz. But now we got to kind of discuss what happened in actual today's, in the actual practice. So let's roll the film and let's see this here, guys. Now, I'm going to say this when it comes to the practice, the kicking session. You see the footballs here, the last padded practice, right? These before the first preseason game.
I just look like a weird football cult. Like the footballs are
they're whispering to each
other.
Listen, in today's kicking session, we want to know about kicking, right? Brandon Aubrey, he went 6 for 7. 6 out of 7 field goals made. I guess is all right. As you see here, the safety's walking out on the field, baby. 6 for 7, but listen to where he kicked them from. 33 yards, and 33 yards, then 36, 39, and 43. The only one he missed was 43 yards.
Okay. That's
horrible.
Yeah.
He should make 43 yards and closer without any problems, and he's making them except for when he missed the 43. I'm nervous about extra points, guys. Extra points, we're going to lose extra points. How far is the extra point?
Too damn far, apparently. I'm just
it's
saying.
Like 30-something, right? 33,
yeah,
I think?
30, isn't it 30, 33, 35
I don't know.
now?
Yeah, I don't know. But my point is that I forgot. I got to get back in my football mindset there. But it's annoying that we have to worry about 33 to 43-yard field goals. Now you see the cornerback duo of the NFL, the best, in my opinion, Stephon Gilmore, number 21, and Trayvon Diggs, number 7. Now, during the mojo moment, I'll say this: Brandon Aubrey made both of his field goals, 38 yards and 41 yards. At least he made those, like he did yesterday. So he's making the easy ones, as he should. Now here's Micah leading the defense, of course, coming out there. He is always ready to roll, and he's ready to go out, like he said yesterday, go after Dak. Everybody, the leader of the team.
It's nothing personal.
Yeah. So rookie first-round pick Mazi Smith. What happened? He's out there. He was practicing, guys. He was all good on the MRI on the knee, good to go. We thought he might, he missed the practice yesterday. We thought that Mazi would not be able to play against Jacksonville. It sounds like he's going to go and play tomorrow against Jacksonville. Not tomorrow, but on Saturday. Yes, Mazi will make his debut with the Cowboys, according to this moment here, in AT&T Stadium against the Jacksonville Jaguars. As our receivers getting ready to catch some jugs machine footballs here coming out. They're going to be catching them. We'll watch them do the drills here in a minute. So that's the Mazi Smith situation. Great news there. Of course, Tyler Biadasz is not going to play because, he's a starter. He rolled ankle. He's not playing. Schoonmaker, not sure yet, guys. It's going to be interesting to see if he gets in the game tomorrow. Now, here's Michael Gallup with Robert Prince, the wide receivers coach. You see the one-armed... see what he's doing here, guys. He's pulling the shoulder pad, and then he swipes with his big, puff ball there. But here's the thing. Here's CeeDee Lamb up, right? He's got, his undershirt there going. He's running. He's catching out. Watch him here with 2 hands. He's kind of poking him, punching him. I don't know how much this really makes a difference. I'm assuming a lot. I know a lot of teams do it, I'm assuming it helps. But it's, to cause distraction, he's holding him tighter. Then when he goes sideways, you'll see in this drill, this is what Robert Prince does. He holds their shoulder, and then with the other arm, he uses that big club, right? So he pulls their shoulder back, pulls them right there to make them kind of see if they can keep their arms, their hands strong, and keep the catch kind of radius, and go out and get that ball, whatever it takes, right? So he's just making it difficult and grabbing you by the shoulders, pulling you by the shoulders, yanking you, swiping at you with that big club arm, with that big padded arm. So again, just the focus, everything is involved in this here for the receivers in this drill. Robert Prince, he's going to work these guys till they, to me, whether it's just the great effort by CeeDee Lamb, the great player he is, you're going to see CeeDee Lamb do some great catches today from this practice. Now here, you can't see his face, but that's number 3. Brandon Cooks, same deal here with the practice. You guys know the drill. Brandon Cooks, to me, he's got very strong arms. Look at when he tries to hold him. He does not let you. He does not let you bring his arms down. And I like kind of the way they're doing this. I mean, he got very strong arms, very strong hands. And Brandon Cooks is not dropped the ball very often. And here's the yanking. I think Robert Prince gives him the most yanking of all the guys here because he really is pulling him. He's really shoving him. He's really clawing at him. I mean, he's really going, I think, harder than he did with CeeDee Lamb or Gallup on this part of the drill. So, hey, listen, he's the veteran, so give it as difficult as he can get there. I love the fact that these guys, it's showing in practice. They're not dropping many balls, and they're looking really good out there, especially our top 3 receivers. So as we see the running backs here do their drill, there's an injury coming up. All right, there's Malik Davis, boom, 34. He's going to be challenging with Rico Dowdle. There's Little Deuce Vaughn. He's gone. There's Tyler Lipke, guys. I said earlier, watch for 43, getting some reps in this game, and there's Rico Dowdle, number 23. Again, we're going to be watching these guys. Here's these, back and forth drill here. Lipke, again, more of a fullback, but kind of can do all the running, the blocking, and the receiving, short yardage stuff. Watch for him. And Rico Dowdle's the favorite to be the number 2 running back over Malik Davis, number 34. Watch that battle. I somehow still feel, I know the coaches like number 23. I kind of like number 34 there. But hey, look, we'll see. I'll take the best player. Here is number 9, Kevontae Turpin. An important player. That's why he's on our thumbnail. Turpin is playing running back here. He played a little running back yesterday or 2 days ago, and you'll see some of the footage there. As the receivers are doing their drills, Turpin is with the running backs in the drills.
McCarthy's obviously finally having a little bit of fun trying to figure out how to best use Turpin.
Yeah, I mean, I love it, and then you also see Turpin back at the receiver spot here, making a catch in the drills there. So he's going to get some work at running back, receiver. McCarthy never said receiver; he just said offense. So it's both of those things. He's not going to get anything on the punt returns or kickoff returns, though. Now here's Dak going to CeeDee Lamb in the end zone, touchdown Cowboys. Beats the coverage there, I think, by Trayvon. Was that number 28? I think is that Malik Hooker or Bland? Bland kind of got beat a lot today, Deron Bland. So. This is all in the kind of the 5-on-7 drills. You know what I'm saying, guys? This is like the partial kind of fun portion. There's no pressure on Dak. There's no pass rush. There's no offensive line. The offensive line is doing their drills. And I'm going to talk about the offensive line in a minute. Because finishing up these drills here, again, I snuck this one in here with Cooper. Is that Cooper Rush? Cooper Rush here, and this kind of could have been sacked there by DeMarcus Lawrence as, of course, the final part of this play is Tolbert taking it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. Good blocking down the field there by Simi Fehoko. Good blocking by, who was the other guy down there blocking? Was it Brandon Cooks, I think, number 3 blocking. So great job there by the offense there, blocking down the field. Now, I do want to keep an eye out here for this next segment of things. That's kind of what I want to talk about. The injury to Chuma Edoga, which is almost there. Oh, by the way, this is why I realize now. They broke the middle of drills to do these mojo moments. There's Will Greer trying to get the ball to John Stevens, number 49. 49, somebody to watch. Now, here's Chuma Edoga, number 71. Guys, watch this video. This is Sam Williams. This is going on in the drill segment after the mojo moments. He was having some knee issues right now. You see that? Knee issue, that right knee. That's the same knee I think he hurts in practice here coming up. You'll see the play. Keep an eye out, guys. Chuma Edoga was slow to get up after this run you're going to see. He reached for his right knee. As you see him here reaching for the right knee, he's hurt. Here it is, guys. Chuma Edoga, 71, right there. Gets clipped underneath by Jabril Cox, and that puts the big man down. Again, a guy we got from the Jets. All right, we picked him up from the New York Jets. He, is going to be an offensive line depth guy, getting a lot of reps at guard and at tackle. Went down here, and you see he was down for a while. They had to bring the card out for him, guys. Looking at his right knee. The same one that was bothering him, literally, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes earlier. So, again, he worked, like I said, he worked at both tackle and guard, depth player, an important piece of the line depth, although to me, he still was getting killed most of the time, usually by Micah Parsons, so I can't really blame him there. But for the McCarthy coaching crew and Soliari, this was an important offensive line depth piece. So he was favoring his knee earlier, like I said, in practice. You saw that there. He was carted off. You'll see him here carted off in a couple minutes with that right knee injury. This happened in the 11-on-11 period. I don't know if it was a mojo moment or the 11-on-11 portion, but the point is I wanted to put this to the forefront of the video in the sense of after the drills and the mojo moments. The belief now, guys, when it comes to Chuma Edoga, number 71, is that he hyperextended his right knee. Hyperextended his right knee. I don't know if you can look it up, how long someone's out for a knee hyperextension. But he ain't playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars. That is 100% certain. He's going to probably be out the rest of the preseason. So will he start off on that list, guys? What is that injured reserve list as a spot that may have to be, if he can't get back on that field, keep him on the team as an exemption for 6 weeks, and then you can put him back if you need him as a depth piece in 6 weeks. Or the other option is to make him put him on IR for the rest of the year. I guess that's the other thing. But we'll have to see how the length of time for the right knee hyperextension. I'm sure the MRI results will tell us how long it will be, how severe the damage may be.
Yeah, it tends to be from like 2 to 3 weeks.
All right, so that puts him in the week 1 area.
Depends on how bad it is. If there's any setbacks.
If it's not too serious, he could probably play in that last preseason game, which might be his only chance, maybe making the team. Although there's not much competition now. We're going to talk more about that in a minute, but 4th down here, guys. 4th down and 1. And who did they give the ball to? Number 42, Deuce Vaughn, and he gets stuffed. Unfortunately, he did not make that. He's still bouncing around, but did not make it. But here's Deuce Vaughn on the goal line, getting a snap there, gets out of the 9 and gets through the end zone. Hard to see. Hard to see, guys. That's going to be a key for Deuce in preseason. I can't wait to see what happens. Here's Turpin. Being running back style. We'll get another view of this here. Keep an eye on Turpin, and we're going to use him at running back. Again, he didn't say he was going to put him on offense. He said on receiver only. He said no punt return, no kick return, but he didn't say he's not going to put him at running back. Running back drills, running back snaps against the 11-on-11s. Here's Dak at the goal line taking a quarterback draw play, stopped immediately, snuffed out. Osa Odigizua. Dak makes a little jokes around here with Malik Hooker and then makes a bet here with him and hits the goalpost. Told him he can hit it. So, having some fun there, Dak Prescott with the defense. As we know, the whole thing is, he's shit-talking, whatever. Look, here's Dak with the play action. Rolls to the right, gets an extension there on the play, but no one's open. He takes it for about 5 yards. I have no problem with that on 1st down, guys. Here's a 3rd down. Dak looking, Dak rolling, sacked, incomplete. Not good. We do have a 4th down in a little bit, but here's Dak looking to the end zone. Great coverage. Deshaun Wright doing a good job in that area there against Sean McEwen, number 84. Here they going the other way. You've seen Dak Prescott look down, look left, look right, left, nowhere to go. Dumps it down to the running back. That's a chancy throw. Rico Dowdle. See if he can do that in the preseason game. That's going to be something to watch for. Then you're seeing here Dak in a shotgun. Inside that red zone. Sam Williams a little offsides looked like there. Dak looking. Breaks out the pocket. We need to see the scramble Dak. And then he gets it to Simi Fehoko right there. Sneaks it in there against Tyler Coyle. But you're seeing some of the ways the offense will be moving, guys. You see 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. Dak's out of the pocket. He's gone. This is what you're going to see a little bit more often, I think, this year than you saw last year. Definitely more often than you've seen it last year. So, Jalen Tolbert. I'm going to mention him a couple of times here. I'm not sure if this is where I should mention him or not. Dak here going back. Little fake draw play action. There's Tolbert with the catch. Guys, this was his best practice. His best practice so far. A lot of positive buzz going on with him. He's the number 4 receiver still on this team. And it appears he's making a little bit of that leap in year 2. The mojo.
That's what we want to see.
In the mojo moment, he made a catch and a run that set up a field goal. And it probably could have been a touchdown. You saw it earlier. He was okay after this play. Here's another play he makes. Dak's ball away from the DB, a little low, boom. Tolbert makes the catch. So much better than last year, guys, already. So, he had a quick kind of pass from Dak Prescott. You saw it there in traffic over the middle. You saw it there. He later also pinned Sam Williams on a block for a big Tony Pollard run. Got to give it up to him there. There's CeeDee Lamb. If Dak wasn't sacked, that's a great play by CeeDee Lamb. Now, here's towards the end of things here where things kind of heat up. And Dak's in a shotgun. Looking around, a little pressure, hits the end zone of CeeDee Lamb in the middle of the field. That's a great touchdown. Listen, CeeDee Lamb was fantastic. This, to me, is the play of the training camp. From this day's training camp, not the whole training camp. But as CeeDee goes back to the huddle, to the huddle. Watch this fourth down play. CeeDee Lamb on the outside here with Deron Bland, who, again, I told you, he was beaten a little bit more than usual. Dak looking to his side as a floater to the corner. CeeDee Lamb goes up the ladder, snatches the ball, touchdown, Cowboys. We'll see it again in instant replay here in slow-mo in a moment. CeeDee Lamb was fantastic. The other guys, you'll see Will Grier here in a minute after this play replays, had some sharp throws. We'll see him battling Cooper Rush in the preseason game. The run game was active with Hunter Lipke and Deuce Vaughn. Here's the catch. Look at that, man. Boxing and kind of boxing out Deron Bland with his body. Here's a great catch by Jalen Brooks in the corner of the left side of the end zone there. That was from Will Grier. Here's a Cooper Rush play action, throws it to Stevens. You're going to see him 49 tomorrow. And by the way, to end practice, Micah Parsons playing a little bit of offense. He's playing wide receiver.
That's always fun.
He's playing wide receiver there. And, Diggs is also in there in the offense. You see him playing kind of like the slot or tight end. So this was just going over things, the defense, working with the defense that's going to start, that's going to play on Saturday. And the defense, the starters were acting as offensive players. So, interesting little, video compilation. I hope you guys watch the full audio and all the sounds of the sidelines kind of stuff. You can hear it right here on MyCowboysFamily, right on our video. It's posted right now. So check it out after the stream ends, which we're almost at the end here. The last couple of points I wanted to make about this today's practice, day 10. A lot of solid team reps for the first team on both sides. They're not going to play much on Saturday. What else? Sam Williams, number 54, and Osa, number 97, were very strong on the one-on-ones against the offensive line. The finale of and you'll see this on the bonus footage, Aiden Diggs, Trayvon Diggs' little son there. We saw him on Hard Knocks a couple years ago. He's a lot older. He's out there making, getting these long, deep throws from Trayvon Diggs, his dad. But he was out there and he was very happy to meet Cavante Turpin, his new favorite player, I think. And then Aiden Diggs was having a contest with his dad, Trayvon Diggs. Basically, Trayvon was throwing the ball high up in the air for him. If he made the catch, Trayvon had to do push-ups. If his son dropped, if Aiden drops the pass, then Aiden would have to do the push-ups.
Aww.
And I'm sorry, if he drops the pass. If the pass is overthrown, not if it's caught, but if the pass is overthrown, then kind of Trayvon has to do the work there. When he did catch it, they started doing a little dance together.
Aww.
The gritty. So, anyways, the final pass attempt, you'll see it tomorrow, guys. Dak Prescott right there cheering him on. Was like, yo, he did a diving catch. It looked a little like Jalen Brooks out there. So, good to see, the family on the field. Not just here on the channel, not just us two here, baby. Not just our kids as well. And not just the family here watching with us, but the family of the football players on the field, all kind of, really hanging out, talking with each other, hanging out. That's the good camaraderie you want to see from the team. I don't know what you think about that, baby. Just the whole practice going the right direction.
Like I said, just it definitely shows the kind of bonding that they have, but also just how well it seems that most of our players are picking up whatever our new kind of schemes seem to be, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it just seems like this team is a lot more comfortable offensively with what they're doing, and even defensively. Obviously, Quinn is handling that and all that.
Yeah,
but
know each other for multiple years.
But for some of the defensive players to kind of, at least be with it enough to know more intimately what's going on in the offense, more is from the offensive side of things, not so much the defensive side of things. I don't know, it's just interesting, it's fun. I love to see those types of little things, because to me, that's really where your bread is buttered in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So hey, look, camaraderie is part of this thing, but look, the starters are going to get a nice little rest tomorrow. It's going to be a walkthrough, guys, and then you're going to see, the game with the backups, the depth guys fighting for a spot. By the way, big shout out, baby, to Snug X. Ooh, not Jason Renfro. To Snug X, actually. He dropped a $20 holler in the Cash App.
Woo!
What did the man say, baby?
He said, "You know why I'm here."
Snug X.
Thank you, Snug. Appreciate you.
We know why he was in first place right now on the overall board and first place in the Cash App. He's coming for that takeover, just like Mitch Wunderlich. Our stream boss is coming for that. He's holding that stream boss down with 98 Bahana points. So I think you have a little bit of a bonus little ending to our stream tonight, baby. If I'm not mistaken, about Mr. Gilmore.
Okay, yeah.
Mr. Neville Gallimore, not Gilmore, and Neville Gallimore. And, I guess he did speak to the media, I think, today. And I know you have some, what was his little breakdown about today? About, as he's getting close, fighting for a spot here. Right?
So,
on the team here.
So remember, guys, he unfortunately was banged up and injured last year, suffering that injury to his elbow. And he basically straight up said that even though he kind of
That was 2 years ago, that elbow, right? That was 2 years, I thought. The Cardinals? Yeah, it was 2 years at the Cardinals in the Hall of Fame game.
So I know it affected him last year a little bit too, though.
Did.
So because he was able to avoid that surgery, but he did have to have a brace for quite a while, and that's what he was trying to say, that the brace
held
the
him back.
Recovery just really affected him, not so much physically but mentally. So let me let him tell you. So he said, it did, as in it did affect him. I have to give thanks because I didn't have to get surgery, but it definitely was a process both physically and mentally to get back to being a defensive lineman. You have to use your hands and be able to strike. And with that brace, man, it mentally set me back.
It made a difference. Go ahead.
Even now, dealing with certain circumstances that I have to get accustomed to, the beautiful thing about this game is when you put in that work, you find a way. It was an uphill climb, and this is my first camp not having a brace and not actually having to think about it.
Interesting. And the only thing I'm saying is that he is making points. The only thing my point I'm going to say about Neville Gallimore, he has to come through this year because he's definitely on the bubble in my opinion, as far as taking that next step forward or falling back.
So Neville Gallimore also went into kind of add a little more detail there, saying once you take the thinking out of the injury part, you can get back to focusing on the little things, dropping weight, getting back into football shape, just getting back playing football, and getting better at the game. I would say this has been my best offseason, and I still have a lot to prove. The beauty about it is this is my 4th year, and even with the knowledge I've gained and the amount that I've improved in terms of my game, I still feel like there's another level to hit. So, would you statement by him real quick?
He has to, listen, if Neville Gallimore doesn't hit another level, he's going to hit the free agent streets. I'm just saying, he better hit another level. Listen, he's been busting ass with Chauncey Golston and Osa in the offseason. So listen, I'm going to give him a fair chance. I love to see if Neville can work out for us, man. He's going to be a major piece and a major role on this team. But it's time to work out now. This is it. This is the cutting point here. So Osa's in front of him, and he came in a year after him. So it's Neville has to produce. Neville Gallimore has to produce, and it's going to start in this preseason game. He will play some, I'm assuming, early in this preseason game against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mm-hmm. So, and of course, he continued to speak by saying, and that's what this is all about. Not listening to the outside noise, making sure I'm bringing what I need to bring to the table, and being a guy that players and coaches can rely on in the future. So
that's what they need. We need that from Neville Gallimore if he wants to make this team and solidly make this team.
And he's admitted too that he obviously, tweaked up his kind of routine, his situation to get to this point. He said, I absolutely changed my prep. I feel like the biggest thing for me, it started with the off season. After going through what I went through last season and just understanding that there's another level I have to hit, the biggest thing is, proving that point. But it's also to be that guy that Dallas drafted me to be.
Hey, we're waiting for that, man. We're waiting for that. By the way, much love to Jason Renfro with that dollar holler. And you know what he said? Go Cowboys.
Always go Cowboys.
Also, by the way, to update the board, I forgot to add in there Bobby Bottles. But Bobby has 1 gifted membership. Skeptical Fan has 2, and so does Jason Renfro. The battle commences. Much love to you guys, and much love to Jason Renfro, the takeover king right now. All 4 boards currently. Well, actually 3 boards now. Mitch has that board.
True. I know, I forgot about that one.
I forgot about Mitch.
So, Gallimore kept on saying, I feel like that comes with obviously me taking care of my body, but also me being a student of the game. I feel like what I bring to the table can contribute to a championship level defense. That's what we're chasing.
Oh, and that's what we're chasing because Jason Renfro's chasing that repeat week. This week so far, he's
gifting
now
a membership there. Thank you, Jason.
Gifting a membership.
Congrats, Colleen K.
Yes, Colleen, part of the family now officially here in the membership side of things. But by the way, Jason Renfro, he kicked the field goal. He's got 3. Skeptical fan got a safety. He's got 2. Bobby Bottles, he got the old school 1920s extra point, I think. Bobby Bottles got 1 gifted membership. That's the lineup right now in the gifting side of things. The king is Jason Renfro. The overall king has been skeptical fan for 3 months. Jason broke that streak. He's trying to go back to back like our 90s Cowboys. He's up by 1 right now and by 2 over his competition. Much love, Jason Renfro, and congrats to Colleen.
So, rolling back a little bit here to what Gallimore was saying. Let me see. Student of the game. No, I just want to make sure I don't repeat myself. So he said, I feel like what I bring to the table can contribute to a championship level defense, and that's what we're chasing. This offseason, it's more about drums and Cowboys. Congrats to you.
DNC.
Because Bobby Bottles.
Bobby in the mix. He got a safety now. Bobby Bottles with that 2-point conversion. And now, he's in the mix now. Tied with Skeptical Fan and moving up the overall board as well. Bobby Bottles, much love. The best way of dropping the love through there is the way. I appreciate you and congrats. The Drums and Cowboys back in the membership, that Navy Blue crew. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate it.
Ooh.
I'll update the board while you keep hitting up on what our man, Mr. 96, Neville Gallimore, said.
So, let me see here. This offseason is more about proving myself right, really showing myself and the guys around me how much I care about this game, this team, and this camp. It's about taking it day by day and improving. It's about making plays and really focusing on the little things. So, and as far as maybe McCarthy's assessment or praise or kind of breakdown of him, he said it can be very special. You've got different personalities and different dominant guys on the defensive line, ones you can learn from, but also you've got their own tools to perform. I feel like going into my 4th year, it helps because you've got a lot of veteran guys who've played in different systems and dominated for a long time, and you've got young guys that are up and coming and freaks, and they bring a lot to the table. That pays dividends. You want to be a part of a room that's competitive, where you've got guys that are going to love each other, but that's going to compete day in and day out. And that's what drives us. It's the NFL, and it's a long season. You need everybody. When your name gets called, you've got to be ready to go, and it's a great thing.
McCarthy speaking highly of Neville Gallimore. Gallimore, all you got to do is be ready to go. Go get that. And he's going to have some chances in preseason, even though he's kind of been here 3 years now, right, as a start. He's got to prove himself this year. So we'll see. I think they're definitely watching him. I'm watching him. And I'm rooting for him. Number 96, Neville Gallimore, Canadian, by the way, representation there. Hey. So, on that note, baby, again, Bobby Bottles, safety there. You got the tie 2-2 up there, and you got Jason Renfro in the lead. I updated the board and everything. Bobby moving up the board. Everyone in the house, Snug X, he's got the overall lead right now on all boards. Right, Snug? The Cash App side and the overall side. Mitch in the house with an Oso Digizua, 97 points on the Stream Boss. And, of course, Jason Renfro is taking over every other part of this board here. So you know the deal here. Hit the like, guys, the subscribe button if you're new. There's a notification bell to make sure you know when we go posting our videos, posting the live streams to go live with you guys. And, we do our party streams sometimes on here as well. So keep an eye out for that. Oh, it's a lot of fun here. It's a good MCF experience. So on that note, though, baby,
I still have
you have a little more Gallimore to go?
The Gallimore finale here.
The grand Gallimore finale, all right.
Yes, and I hope you're ready here because Gallimore has one very specific goal for 2023. He said, violence, man. I want to be violent. I want to be disruptive. I want to show that my game and my knowledge of the game has improved. I know people always like to put a label or a stamp on what they are, but I know the work I've put in and the level I can take it to. I want to be a more polished, disciplined player, but still that dog that's going to compete every down. You'll see by my play, I'm a guy that loves the game, that wants to improve, and wants to be the best. I want to shut all the people up who have bad things to say, but even more so, it's about proving myself right. And now I'm
excited for him.
Done with everything.
Hey, we're all caught up now.
Yes, all caught up.
Again, I'm rooting for the guy. Neville Gallimore, get it done. listen, he has the upper hand. He's been here. This is his 3rd full year. He's got to do it, 4th full year now, I think. So he needs to get it done here. And if he shows even a little bit of spark here in preseason, he's on the team. I'm telling you that right now. Him as a rotational piece for our team, woo, we're loving it. We like that a lot. I'll never forget the play he made against the Washington Commanders 2 years ago when he basically ran over the lineman and ran over the quarterback on the same play. And they both were laid out. Like, again, not to say it's good to get hurt. Obviously, we didn't want him seeing hurt. But he basically just ran over both guys, and they had to both be taken out of the game. It was a crazy, crazy play there. So I hope Gallimore can get back to that nastiness he had in that time, in that game. So, something like that, from what he did in that game. So on that note, guys, as we're closing this thing down, your last comments in, your last thoughts in, your last drops in, as we get ready to shout everybody out in the house here tonight, baby.
I think we're all set, but I think there's one last little shout out we have to do here. Besides all the shout outs here in the chat, because SnugX said, hold up, wait a minute.
He takes that $10 haul. That Cooper Rush, by the way, $10 haul. He's going to play number 15, Will Greer. We'll see who wins that battle. But SnugX right now winning this battle here on the Cash App and the overall board and taking 10 away from Mitch, who's down to 87 points on that stream, boss. Jason ain't done, though, because JD from DC now in the membership, the Navy Blue Crew, because of Jason Renfro's gifted membership. Much love for both you guys, SnugX and Jason Renfro, who's in 2nd place, by the way, on the board. Getting a little closer. SnugX keeping everybody away with his Cash App and this drop here. Jason Renfro, though, much love. Who got the gifted membership? JD?
JD from DC.
From DC. So right now, Jason Renfro, and listen, the Jason Renfro team right now, he got 2 safeties in a row. He got back-to-back safeties. He's got 4 on it right now in the gifted membership. Skeptical Fan with 2 and Bobby Bottles with 2. They got safeties. It's a safeties game today here at MCF. Guys, we're honored to have such great family and fans here. Appreciate you all, baby. Any last kind of comments before the shout-outs here from you? Or the chat,
at least for me, I pretty much said everything. It was a pretty straightforward Cowboy Day, and especially now that we're a bit more settled into, I think, our preseason routine, and we have a good idea of what we're seeing here, you know what I mean? A lot less surprises, but that's a good thing.
I'm happy.
We know what we got.
Do you know the injury is going to happen? We know injuries are going to happen, but I'm happy that these injuries have been, for the most part, knock on wood and minor. The biggest one's been Donovan Wilson.
Look,
and
our
Chuma
strength
Edoga.
and conditioning staff deserves all the accolades.
Yes, for sure.
Just like Jason Renfro.
And McCarthy as well, though. But yes, Mr. Renfro with that $3.20 holler here as we're closing this down.
Woo.
As he keeps creeping and crawling to the top of that board, trying in 2nd place, trying to regain the back-to-backs across the board. Much love to Jason Renfro with the 320. You know what he said? Yo, Cowboys.
Always.
Go Cowboys. Maybe do them shout-outs as we were wrapping this thing out.
Let me see here. No, real quick. Cactus G. Much love. He said when your competition doesn't even like football, but likes to hit people, you better be getting violent.
Yeah, Mazi, baby. He's back, and he's going to play against Jacksonville, guys. Great news.
Mike Aldana, much love, saying, would Jason Peters be interested in playing again?
That's a great question. At this point, I would put him back on this team immediately, whether it's his voice on there, his leadership. We just need him out there. We need a solid guard tackle that we know come in there and play a couple games. That's what we want to see. Oh, another one by Jason Renfro. He got a field goal out of that too. He got a safety with a field goal back to back. We've seen some games of 5-2. It's usually baseball. Jason's winning 5-2 right now with another one. Who got that membership? Just me, Kathy. Yes, you got big channel. Check her out, guys. Sub it up.
So thank you so much. Appreciate you, of course.
Yes,
Jason, and congrats to you, Kathy.
Yes,
Kathy or Kathy?
I don't know.
Kathy. But yeah, let me keep rolling with the shout outs here.
Jason,
Cactus G,
big shout out
Renfro,
to Jason.
Much love, Mike Aldana. Of course, we have Rolando Rodriguez, JD from DC, SnugX. You know why he's here. Quano6, Stephen White, Asmodeus representing, Drums and Cowboys. Much love. Thank you again. Bobby Bottles, Colleen K coming through. Ice Tippler, what's up? Splenda Papi, Justin Quarles, the Q Man. So, that's a good point. Lucky Whitehead, Dwayne Harris, Turpin will probably play a similar
Agreed,
role.
for sure. If we use him right, he'll be effective. Very good point there. Of course, the Q-Man always he always brings the great points. You know he does.
So, let me roll back a little bit more.
Mr. SnugX,
let me come back down.
You know why he's here, Mr. SnugX, with that $10 Cooper Rush holler. What do you have to say, baby?
Go Cowboys.
And those lovey-dovey eyes right there.
Yeah, he loves the Cowboys.
He loves your voice, and he loves them Cowboys. Yes, he does. Much love, Snug, who's, by the way, back in the membership, as we know. So, appreciate you guys. By the way, Mitch goes to 74 points. That's a Bob Lilly on that stream, boss. Man, it's again, we had a lot of news and info kind of rolled up in about an hour in our stream tonight, so I hope you guys enjoyed a little quicker live stream. You guys definitely kept it going, though. Mr. Snug X, Jason Renfro, you know, the guys dropping it here lately. Dwayne Broussard, Skeptical Fan, and Bobby Bottles also dropping the love tonight, guys. Cannot do this without your guys' love and support. Truly humbled and appreciate every single one of you guys in the house tonight. Baby, why do we do this the way we do this almost every single day and night for the last 6+ years here on YouTube? Why do we do this here on MCF every night?
It's that navy blue, that silver too, and that star over everything.
Win, lose, or draw, good, bad, or ugly, this star on my hat that we rep is always over everything. And never forget, guys, here for 6 years plus on YouTube, the number one thing here now and forever on My Cowboys Family, as always, Go Cowboys! Let's get that 6 and beyond. Thank you all for dropping the knowledge in the chat literally all night long. As I said, not the MCF Experience show without your guys' thoughts and comments. As Jason Renfro drops another $4.60 a holler here at almost the buzzer. And he said, the world famous Go Cowboys. You know it. Appreciate your guys' love and support in the chat all over the place. The love from above, of course, you guys are the best fans of all YouTube when it comes to that. And listen, we just try to get on here as often as we can. We have a family life, a work life. You know, we got a lot of different things going on in life. So, again, we appreciate the extra time it takes to get on here. You guys, extra love and support on all sides of things. On that note, though, baby, it is time to wrap up, close out, drop out, and clock out for the night officially. Before we can do that, we lock and reload for a Fan Friday show tomorrow, a preview of the Jacksonville game. And I know we're not doing the simulations, but I got a plan for tomorrow. And, you know, we'll see how it goes. You know, going into this thing, really focusing tomorrow on our depth players for this specific game against Jacksonville. It's not really about win or lose. It's about our own guys. So it's a little different than our usual previews that we had anyway. So we'll check into that tomorrow. Can't wait to see everybody back here on a Fan Friday. The walkthrough is tomorrow. No hitting, no pads on, no hitting. But again, baby, before you and I can officially drop out for the night, what do we got to do?
We got to drop the beat.
Oh yeah, beat's been dropped. It's a wrap here on My Cowboys Family. Guys, thank you. We'll be back tomorrow for more discussions, more thoughts, more of the MCF Experience fun. Thank you all for being part of this one again. Without you guys, this doesn't happen. So thank you. Talking and repping our Cowboys once again tomorrow as we, go through the walkthrough. Everyone get some updates on some injuries, some little, bruises and bumps, and we're good to go for that Jacksonville game on Saturday, right here live with the cameras on. Saturday evening, 5 p.m. Eastern. Set your clocks accordingly. The wife and I will be here talking it through. We'll see a lot of Deuce Vaughn. We'll see a lot of everybody else. That's what we'll talk about tomorrow here on My Cowboys Family for another Cowboys chat, right? An off day for the most part for the players, but not for us. We're going to talk about not the matchups, but our own players who we're going to see tomorrow, we're going to watch for tomorrow. We want your guys' input, your guys' thoughts. We need your guys' love when it comes to knowing what to do when it comes to this team going forward. I'm excited to see all these guys on the field here in MCF. Appreciate everybody in the house. You know what? It's always about that navy, blue, silver, and star over everything. Never, ever forget the number one thing right here on this channel. The number one thing right here, My Cowboys Family. Much love to everyone in the house. That's the number one thing here. Have a good night, guys. Stay safe. We'll see you back for the Fan Friday tomorrow and our own preview for our own players in that matchup against Jacksonville for Saturday. Peace out. Stay safe. And never, ever forget, Go Cowboys!
on the beat.